like overthinking it, and I'm like not smart enough like at the same time. That's crazy. They're the most gangster of everybody.
Hey, watchers, we're watching whatever. I'm Nathan.
Danny.
We're here back with Shogun episode 3 today. So last we saw John Blackthorn. What was he doing? He was.
He
You
just
remember?
saved. He just saved that guy's life. They sent an
Yeah,
assassin or
Toranaga.
right Tornago. Uh, was it seemed like at first it seemed like he was being targeted by an assassin who was like a maid working in their employ, but then or under their employ, and then it was actually like they had switched rooms because Toranaga gave him like like his own private suite or whatever, and so that means that the maid was actually coming after Blackthorn, right?
Yeah,
Which is
that's
kind of
right.
a twist. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
right. So it seems like the religious or the Catholic leaders have a lot of power. They're like scary.
Yeah. Right. They're working to assassinate John Blackthorn because he's throwing a
Oh,
wrench into their plans of taking out Toranaga.
right.
Yeah, Toranaga. And so,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Before we start, I do have an announcement. We do have a Patreon channel here. Patreon.com/watching whatever, and we have actually gotten our first Patreon subscriber. Right. Shout out to Soundbeam. Thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate you. We're glad that you're here, and hopefully you enjoy what we have to offer.
Thank you.
Normally I would do these shout outs at the end, but since this is our first time, I wanted to just bring it out here in the forefront. Now this is an edited version, so you with our end commentary, there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna end up cutting out and leave out just to shorten the video a bit. So if you want to see it in full length, you want to do a watch along, watching it side by side with our reaction and the actual video, you can do that on Patreon. It's available on Hulu, so you can check that out there. Otherwise, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to watch and react to or review. Or if you want to leave a message for us, we really appreciate those. And for everyone, following us on Patreon, thank you very much again for your support. We're very glad to have you and to to have you watching along with us and enjoying these shows and movies. So we're gonna start the show here.
Dope.
Yeah, that assassin scene was crazy.
Yeah. She was badass.
見事な石はかけたな。これまでで一番良いぞ。
誠に本日でござりましょうか。
A will?
A will for
Hiromatsu. What's he planning?
Yeah.
刀をお預け願おう。
It's like the Wild West. You gotta check your guns in.
Yeah.
阿弥陀島について何かご存知か。
奴らは忍びにございましょう。阿弥陀仏に厳格な誓いを立てておるそうで。
わしの首を狙うのに藪重殿ならいくら払われますかな。
Why would Buddhists be trying to kill somebody? Isn't that completely against their doctrine?
貴殿は拙者の首をお望みとお見受けいたす。ならば結構。
No.
その方はわしにとって頼もしき味方ではなかったかの。それとも石堂殿に毒されてしまうたかの。どのような褒美をちらつかせたのじゃ。
虎長様の代わりに大変にしてやると。
その気になったか。
滅相もございませぬ。
しからばその方は何が望みじゃ。
He just wants a problem.
領地を広げてござる。そちらを治めるにもその首が入りようでござるが。
True. This is gonna be like a Game of Thrones where they just start
すぐ
taking
ご
out
神
people.
せよ。あの資格は安心を打つために送られてきたのじゃ。安心と桐の身を守るため網代にあるそなたの漁村に連れ帰ってもらいたい。さすれば駿河を信ぜよ。
Maybe it's like rather waiting for them to come after me, he's gonna like start an offensive. Maybe. Can he win? I have
That's
no
what they were
idea,
saying
man.
before, right?
Uh,
They're too. The four of them combined are too powerful
right.
for him alone.
This is pretty dope, though. I feel like I'm like
It,
overthinking it, and I'm like not smart enough, like at the same time.
yeah, it's got a lot of intrigue.
So is that to kind of show like after all the conflict, like a shogun will arise?
But your black ship must stay where it is.
You men of the cloth with your impotent pricks. We bring the profits. We dictate terms.
And we are here at their pleasure.
Let it be known, the black ship sails tonight.
Wonder what happens if he goes against the order.
Get all the cargo on board. We're leaving anyway.
That's Rodriguez.
He's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
alive. I'll be fucked.
This warlock here, he aims to bleed me to release the foulness from my blood. What's been said about the assassin?
Only that she belonged to a very dangerous sect.
You refuse to see it. What those priests are capable of even now.
固くなに凝り固まっておるわ。おそらくこの御人にいるようなのは医者ではなく女子じゃ。
What did the warlock say?
The doctor suggests we send a woman to pillow with you instead. It is polite for the physical joining of a man and woman.
If it's not a warlock, he's most certainly a pimp.
Would you prefer a male companion?
Dear God, where am I?
我らは直ちに大阪を立つ。万人も共に参れとの仰せである。
何をそのようなことに。
そなたが心得ずともよい。
That's her husband and her son. Crazy.
これから少数の者があちらに向けて出立する。
Was she the one
お前
who
も加わるようにと殿の仰せじゃ。
took her baby?
Yeah, her husband like spoke out of turn, so he had to like himself and his baby.
かわいそうなことをした。だが二人が死んだのは大義ある戦いのため。今度はお前の番じゃ。
Tell her she has to take herself now?
No, she's gonna go with them, but I wonder why.
殿、以上でございます。
そうではない。
Ah, so he was writing his own will. He thought he was gonna die.
It's like, not today.
Yeah.
Okay. It was so casual. I thought he was writing a fake will for someone else.
That's what I
He's like,
thought
oh yeah,
too.
this is a
They were
good one.
faking a will.
Alright. That's amazing. So he's smart.
霧の方は何をしておいでじゃ。
ただいま参りまする広松殿。多めに見てくださりませ。
Toronaga's wife, right?
手間がかかりすぎじゃ。
So you think that woman's gonna play a more important role, the one who had to give up her baby?
I think so. Maybe like they're gonna offer her up to the to Blackthorn.
上手、乗り物を改めよ。
灰色氏は門より中に入ってはならぬ。
まだ初陣も飾れぬ分際で。
ここで戦を始めても構いませぬぞ。今すぐに。
石堂殿はご丁寧にも挨拶に参ってくださったのでございまするぞ。お通しなされ。
桐の方、ご出立とは名残惜しゅうございますな。
神様がこちらへ。神様がまたお痛みを。私は大事。案ずるには及びません。
I don't know what's going on, man.
I'm totally. I don't know what his play is. I don't know why they switched her out. Why she's not supposed to leave here for some reason.
ご苦労でございました。あとは運を天に任せるより他ありませんな。
So she's the old shogun's wife, right? She's the
Either
mother
that
of
or-
the.
I thought she was Toronaga's wife.
My lord is famous for his trickery.
ご一行、一応にお顔を改めさせていただく。我らは石堂様、直々に出立の許しをいただいておるのじゃ。
Toranaga is actually. in the
No one's going to stop him. No one's going to stop him.
If they get found out here, everyone gets killed.
This is unacceptable. Peering into ladies' private quarters? It's not proper! Worse than that, it's vulgar!
腹を立てているのでございましょう。お国では女の顔を覗くことが不重宝な振る舞いなのだと。
Am I the only man present who treasures the purity of a woman?
Oh.
Woman's virtue is our glory! You, sir, are a silly little man!
あんたこの騒ぎは指導様はご一行を港までお送りせよと仰せだっただろうがどうしてやらぬか
Hey, what was the plan if he didn't do anything? I was like,
They would have found
Amateur
out she's not in there, and
hour.
everyone would have been killed.
yeah. I mean, Toranaga's in there, right? Dude.
こいつが我らが命をかけて守る男か。
Oh, it's because no one else knows that he's in there, so they just think that fool's like crazy, right?
Is it Toranaga in there? I thought it was just a double to keep her out.
Oh, I thought it was actually Toranaga in there.
I don't know. I think his samurai. I would think his samurai pride would get in the way of him dressing up as a woman and sneaking away. Right? Because once they discover he's gone, it would. I mean, it would probably lead to them having every right to completely destroy his
men learn who they
people
are escorting?
in his territory.
I'm certain my lord has a plan.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. I didn't see who went in there, so.
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
Is it true what you said?
Christ, no. Foul assassins and trollop everywhere in London. Like your doctor friend, pouring women to injured guests.
We think pillowing is necessary to good health. The moment of the clouds and the rain is as near to heaven as they can get. It means...
Thank you, I understand the metaphor. I've just never heard it put so poetically.
I don't understand the metaphor.
Clouds must be like, you know, genitals, like fluffy, hairy
Do you have
bits.
children?
Yes.
Are your genitals fluffy?
Cloud-like, yes.
Ooh. Another assassination attempt.
Oh, longbows, man. It's gotta be Ishido, right?
The main guy?
Yeah, for him the best thing that could happen is they kill all these people, right?
You're right, it is him.
They're sneaking him out.
Yeah. Crap, I didn't even realize. I thought it was just her being replaced. I mean, it's got to be Ishido. It's the Christians.
Oh, it's the Christians. That's crazy. They're the most gangster of everybody. Oh, okay. They're all teamed up. Oh, no. I see. I get it.
Ishido's men are also with...
Yeah, they're just willing to kill everybody. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's guys on their own
Just
side, or as long as
as long as they kill Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, yeah. Oh, dude, this is crazy.
We have to help them.
Oh, what?
So there's a special backstory to her.
All right. Something.
Yeah, right. The Christian group doesn't realize that Toranaga's there. So wondering why they're fighting each other.
Is he gonna make the shot? Oh, you think he's gonna get killed? He's gonna get killed going after Ishido's men, and then now she's gonna be single, or she's gonna be a widower. Not a widower, I guess a widow, right? And then so it'll make her
Man.
relationship with Blackthorn less like scandalous.
Well, I'll be damned. I know this crew. Is that what I think it is?
The Portuguese black ship.
Ima, Gogu.
I have all sorts of questions about this show.
Right. Dude, they're like sitting ducks, man. What's gonna happen?
Oh my gosh.
待って文太郎殿が参られた
Good to go back.
このまま前進しろ
You're really not gonna go back?
I mean, what do you do in that situation though? Your leader is, you know, he's the one they gotta protect.
Damn.
He even
feels bad.
acknowledges it.
Wow, that's pretty
戸田
bad.
博勝よ
Might not be a great husband, but he's a badass warrior.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What's the one rule?
The greater good.
If you don't see the person die, don't assume they're dead.
Ah, yeah, that is the rule. Yeah. They could have just taken him prisoner or something, right?
Yeah, or he could have just beat everybody and then he walked away.
Yeah. He hates that boat. Huh? Oh,
black
dude, they're blocking it from leaving.
Do they fish at night here?
Damn.
They're all the Catholics.
Yeah, dude. At first I thought the Toranaga was like knew that the black ship was gonna leave, so he set up a blockade, but they're actually waiting for him.
If we attempted to break through those men, would they board and attack us?
The guy that was in the red armor.
Then we're
Right.
sunk. But they can't sink her.
And the T-bone with the black ship, that's hilarious.
黒船に向かって進むのじゃ
If you leave without clearance, you'll ruin any chance we have left at diplomacy.
Quite a show upstairs. Might want to see it.
Ahoy, English! Still alive, I see. I bring you, Lord Yoshihide Toranaga, who seeks an audience.
黒船が我らの船を護衛してくれるなら大阪港からの出港許可を与えよう
Thank him for permission I don't need, but the price just went up.
Toranaga offers you 10,000 silver coins to invest.
それから通じその方にも申し出をいたそうキリシタン教会の建設を許すその代わり大老の木山と大野の件についてわしを助けてもらいたいその方らで木山と大野を解き伏せわし側につかせてほしい
That is bribery and impossible. We will not compel men by faith, especially not on this man's behalf. Though we could suggest such an idea, prayerfully, of course.
Has to make it sound like
お力になると申しております
we'll do it for a bribe, but they'll do it for the goodness of their heart.
海賊どもを蹴散らしわしが大阪を出られるようにしてもらおう
There is just one more thing. That English pilot, he stays behind.
あなた様の懐に入り込んだあの者についてはお耳に入れねばならぬことがございます
The black ship will bring us out of Osaka, but you must stay.
Yeah, he's just screwed from all sides.
Fuck this. Sound the drums.
They're gonna follow him out.
Supposed to be a really good pilot, right?
Right. He's gonna follow them out.
How fast can that bitch go, Rodriguez? You black-eyed son of a shit-fested whore! Your lips are on the devil's arse! They're on your mother's first!
Not even this, you son of a bitch.
There's too many sides, man. I need some time to like think all this through, man.
I know. I'm wondering if what he's doing is that he's making it hard for them to attack him.
Yeah.
he's too close to
so.
the other ship.
Yeah.
Which means that the black ship would have to retaliate if they get
and
attacked.
Exactly. It's gonna have to defend him to save themselves, right?
Yeah.
Nine more points.
We got to get in front of the black ship in order to not get crushed against the rocks. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think so.
I think me or let me pass, but make up your fucking mind.
Oh.
But if they crush him, it's still gonna damage their ship.
Right. Oh, dude. Nice.
You're giving him the edge.
He already had it.
Yes! Yes! Well done, you glorious bastards!
That's a debt repaid. God be with you. You'll lead him.
Right, because he went back for him, right? And
Yeah,
had
I was wondering
Asano
when,
save his
you know,
life. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering like how he was gonna, what he was gonna do to repay that debt.
Right. Wow. That was pretty epic, man. It was episode 3, dude.
船長に船を動かしてくれた礼を申してくれ。じゃが我が安人が大坂を出たからには、わしも自分の船に戻ることにいたすと。
あの万人は法にのっとった上で処刑いたすと我ら一同合意したはず。
それがしが捕らえておった万人を虎長がかっさらっており、貴殿は何も手を打たなんだ。
虎長がこの世から消えるはもはや目前でござる。あの万人はそれがしがこの手で木山殿にお渡しいたす。
戸田広松殿が伝言をもってお見えにござりまする。虎長様より遺憾ながら一身上の都合にて大老職を辞すると決めたよし。皆様方にお伝えせよと申しつかってまいりました。
4対0で虎長を断罪いたすまで。
評決は5人の大老において決すべしとお定めになったはず。
Loophole.
今は
There's only 4.
4人様しかおいでになりませぬな。
お前は網代にとどまり、藪重の新たな大砲隊の鍛錬に力を貸してやれ。
されど藪重は指導と通じておりまする。あやつは我々を裏切り。
それがどうした？
私は父上の子でございます。なぜ信頼していただけないのでございますか。
敵も味方も駆け引き次第。
Keep his son safe, but he feels like left out. Is that what it is?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it to keep his son safe, or obviously his son? You know, he feels like he wants more responsibility, and he feels like his father doesn't trust him.
I have no lords. I left of my own accord. And this is what beckoned me. Be far enough out that you look around and there's nothing but open seas. No yesterday, no tomorrow.
Just today.
I'm sorry about your husband.
But he's alive.
大坂では世話になったと安心に伝えてくれ。
My lord says this was a gift from the priest. They prove you are a pirate, which means death.
これを訳させるにはいささか手間がかかるようじゃ。差し当たって戦の支度じゃ。安心には一つの隊を鍛え、偉人の戦法を仕込んでもらいたい。そなたの船の武器を用いてな。
I'm sorry, but I'm just a sailor. I'm not familiar with it. Tell him it would be a great honor. All I ask for in exchange is the return of my men and my ship.
藪重殿。長門と共に学び、万人の戦から学ぶべきことがあるようなら、すべて取り入れてくれ。いつまでも万人扱いするわけにもいくまい。よって安心を旗本に任ずる。
Which is a very great honor.
形がない虎長様。
安心に一緒に泳がぬかと聞いてくれ。
My lord would like you to teach him how to dive.
Jump in head first, while extending your hands to break the water.
やってみせよ。
Observational learner. もう一度じゃ。
How many more times must I do this?
Until he is satisfied.
明日は明日じゃ。今日のうちにものにしてみせる。
Yeah, if you want to learn, you got to do it yourself.
My lord would like to race you to the shore, but I want you not to let him win. My lord hates that.
He's so
I was gonna
heavy.
say, those clothes are gonna weigh you down so much.
Yeah. Dang. She likes him, dude. I bet you they're gonna like have a relationship and it's gonna turn out that her husband's actually alive and it's gonna throw like a monkey wrench into everything, right?
Yeah, that would make sense. So, let's talk about this show. So, looking back on episode 1, right, we have both kind of said, we're not really sure about this show, right? It hasn't really fully intrigued us. At this point, I'm fully committed.
Me too. Yeah, totally. And
it's not like there's a lot of, a ton of action and whatnot, but the way it's written, the intrigue they're putting in it, the confusion they put in me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm like some crazy smart guy, but most of the time I figure stuff out pretty quickly with movies and TV shows as far as what's happening and how the story goes or how it's gonna play out. I can to a good degree figure out a lot of that stuff. But this show, I have no clue. Half the time, I don't even know what's going on. Like when Toronaga snuck into the Pelican, in place of the lady, like I thought it was just a double, and she was the one trying to get away. I mean, there's just so many things that and it's enjoyable right now at this point that I don't understand really everything that's going on. It's not like, oh, this is gonna happen. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, right. It's just like, well, what's going on? What's he doing? Who's gonna, what? Like even the only thing that I am pretty certain on right now is what we talked about with her husband not being shown being killed is probably that he's alive, right? They probably captured him or something.
Right. Yeah.
Or somehow he got away.
Right.
But outside of that, no clue.
I think like
so it's really great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one way to kind of like try to predict or like figure out what's going on is by looking at the motivation of all the different like sides and stuff, right? I think they've done a good job of kind of keeping us like kind of in the dark and revealing it slowly so that we can kind of figure out like what's going on. The one thing that right now that I have a problem with, like trying to like go back, I think like thinking back on this episode, a lot of it is does make sense. But I feel like the one thing is when they left him behind, did they know he was gonna try to make a run for it? Is that what they assumed? Like they had to pretend to leave him behind to appease like the Catholics, right? But then right away he's like, screw this, I'm not gonna die here, right? And so the awesome plan, just use them as like a shield to like escape or whatever. But did they know he was gonna do that? And he so easily like accepted them back. They were like, okay, I like I've seen my pilot and how he can drive, so like I want to go on my boat now, And he's just like, yeah, welcome. Wouldn't you feel a little bit pissed off?
That's what I was thinking, right?
Plan?
I mean, obviously I would feel now. My thinking is that maybe Toronaga had the kind of seeing Blackthorn's character and whatnot. Maybe he kind of had the thought that this guy's gonna try to do what he can to survive. But also my thought was at the same time, Toranaga is, he's got to get out of there, right?
Right.
And he's already sacrificed Mariko's husband,
Right.
right? They left him behind, so it's not a far stretch to see him leaving Blackthorn behind, right?
Right. That's true. Yeah.
So, so in that sense, I thought, he wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think it was like they had a plan of, okay, if he gets left behind, he's gonna try to make it and do this and that. But it probably was just the circumstances happened that way and it worked out in their favor. As far as accepting them back, well, I think Blackthorn kind of realizes Toranaga is the only ally he has, right? No, anyone else, he's gonna die.
That's
So
true.
at that point,
Uh-huh.
it's you gotta accept him back. You have no choice.
Yeah, I guess.
My mind is going a million miles a minute watching this show, trying to figure things out, trying to just keep up with it.
Right. Yeah, I think this is the show that would definitely reward like multiple viewings because you'll
I
be
figured
less
it would take
focused
that.
on like yeah, like you'll be less focused on all the intrigue and plot stuff because you'll already kind of know how that resolves itself, and then you'll be paying more attention to like the action and like the interactions of the characters and stuff, which is really good, by the way. Like I love how you're always seeing like these characters like growing respect for each other, right? Like everybody as they kind of deal with each other and go through these experiences together, especially like most obviously with Blackthorn, like how he gains respect for them while they're getting respect for him, and in their conversations and their actions and their interactions. I think it's really interesting. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. So, man, yeah. So I can't wait to watch episode 4, and there's 10 episodes for this, so
10. Okay.
it's not gonna be a long build. I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
not like
Right.
a 24 episode season, but
Right.
it should be pretty good. I'm really excited to see what happens at the end.
Me too, man. Me too. Uh, it just feels epic, like all the time. Right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cinematography, the shots, they
Yeah.
even when they're just showing the empty ocean,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I
That
feel like
shot was just, oh man,
it makes me
yeah.
pray for like a Korean like version of this or something. Someone's got to find the right like period of time and like do something like this for like the Korean people, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, unfortunately, with Korean history, there isn't as much known,
Mm,
right? Where versus Japanese history, in Chinese history, right? You have
mhm.
these major, these different kingdoms in China. You have these different, especially like the Three Kingdoms era,
Right.
and you had the legendary heroes there.
Right.
Long Fei. I can't remember their names, but in Japan, you had this whole samurai, all
Right.
these different famous samurai, right? I mean, people know the
Yeah.
names Nobunaga, Hattori Hanzo, right? All these people, but I don't think I can name two famous Korean warriors. Like the only name I know from history, the two names I know from history are General Lee Sun-shin
Yeah.
and King Sejong.
Right. Those are the two guys I know
Right?
too.
And
Yeah.
now, yeah, obviously, if I was raised here, I would probably know some more. But
Right.
I,
Right.
I wasn't raised in Japan, but I can, definitely name some, or know
Right.
some of that history. But I didn't know any of this Korean history
Right.
living in the States.
But I think
So,
that kind of has to do with the fact that like like one culture and history was a lot more kind of like mainstream than the other. But I feel like more and more people are going to start learning about Korean history and Korean culture too because of like the popularity of like K dramas and K-pop and everything. I think it's gonna more people are gonna know too, you know. But I think like for Korean people, the history the period of history where they really feel like heroes came about was during like when they're fighting for independence, right? It was like the spies and all that. Like I think those guys are like considered like heroes, and I feel ashamed that I don't really know too many of their names or anything. But I think those are the guys who are like the guys that people look up to right now.
Funny, that's what Mr. Sunshine was about, but you don't watch that.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but just haven't got around to finishing it yet.
So I mean, maybe one day we'll get something here for Koreans, but
Right.
until then, we're definitely gonna enjoy shows like this, and
That's
yeah,
dope.
again,
That's so dope.
I
Yeah.
just I wanna keep watching this and get through this season, and hopefully season 2 comes out soon.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Well, everyone, we're going to end it here. Thank you for joining us. Again, those of you on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. And everyone following us on Patreon, thank you again very much for your support. We really appreciate it. And again, want to give a shout out to Soundbeam. Make sure I'm saying the name right. Soundbeam. Thank you for your support. All right, we're going to end it here, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Thank you. All right, cools, man.